Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on January 15, 2024. They were Israel's eyes on the border, but their Hamas warnings went unheard. Mike Sadler obituary. Iowa principal who saved pupils from school shooting dies. BBC, Iowa high school principal dies 10 days after shielding students from mass shooting. The Independent, Iowa principal dies from injuries sustained in school shooting. Reuters.com, Iowa principal who risked his life to protect students during a high school shooting has died. Russia launches hypersonic missile attack as UK increases support, Ukraine update. The Independent, Russia-Ukraine war, Russia launched 40 missiles and drones overnight, says Ukraine, WION News. WION, Russia claims to have struck Ukrainian military-industrial complex. France 24 English, Ukraine war, Russia launches hypersonic missile attack as UK increases support, live. The Independent, Russia launches barrage of drones and missiles after Sunak visit. Davos, global crises set to dominate gathering of business leaders. BBC, Davos 2024 Day 1, what to expect. World Economic Forum, Davos 2024, who is attending and what to expect. The Times, climate, chaos and war fill a doomy agenda at Davos. The Guardian, Davos 2024, expected hits and misses, World Business Watch. Israel risking serious escalation by killing Hezbollah leaders, say diplomats. The Guardian, Hezbollah's revenge attack for USA striking Houthis. 8 launches in 6 hours on Israel, Gaza, Yemen. Hindustan Times, 100 days of war in Gaza, the risk of a full-out conflict with Lebanon's Hezbollah hasn't faded. Middle East Eye, Israel mobile artillery fires shells toward Lebanon, VOA News. Voice of America, IDF strikes Hezbollah posts in southern Lebanon after attacks along border. World's richest men double their wealth in 3 years, as Oxfam warns of first trillionaire. Sky News, world's 5 richest men double their money as poorest get poorer. The Guardian, 5 richest men doubled fortunes after 2020, Oxfam says as Davos opens. Al Jazeera English, as the billionaires gather at Davos, it's worth examining what's become of their dreams. Red Sea threat lays bare economic risks ahead of US and UK elections. The Guardian, the Houthis have had a lesson. What's next for ships in the Red Sea? The Telegraph, ships declaring links to China or Russia to avoid Houthi attacks in Red Sea. iNews, Qatar pauses LNG shipments via Red Sea after US-led airstrikes. Bloomberg, Red Sea crisis could shatter hopes of global economic recovery. Hezbollah missile attack kills Israeli woman and son. BBC, Hezbollah launching ground invasion of Israel. IDF admits border violation on 100th day of Hamas war. Hindustan Times, IDF vows to respond further to Hezbollah attack which killed 2 Israeli civilians. The Times of Israel, fire from Lebanon kills Israelis as Israel-Hamas war rages for 100th day. STV News, Hezbollah's big attack on Israel. Missile strike kills 2 Israelis as Gaza war completes 100 days. No one will stop us, says Netanyahu, as Israel-Hamas war reaches grim 100th day. The Independent, 100 days since Hamas attacked Israel, triggering war in Gaza. BBC, how long can Israel's war on Gaza continue? Inside Story. Al Jazeera English, editorial, 100 days on, a political solution is needed to end the war in Gaza. The Independent, wartime diaries, 100 days. China criticises UK and US for congratulating winner of Taiwan election. Sky News, Taiwan election, global leaders draw Beijing's ire for congratulating new president. The Guardian, first FT, US delegation visits Taiwan after voters defy China. Financial Times, the delicate geopolitical balance around Taiwan. Financial Times, Taiwan election successful despite China disinformation, interference. Thousands attend London rally in solidarity with Israel. The Guardian, thousands call for release of hostages at pro-Israel rally in London. BBC, Gal Gadot sends video message to families of hostages on 100th day of war. The Times of Israel, Israel still needs Britain's unwavering support. Iowa caucuses, Republican rivals make last-ditch bids to cut Trump's lead. BBC, Donald Trump enters Iowa caucuses with wind at his back. Financial Times, opinion, in Iowa, Trump's politics of untruthfulness taking DeSantis and Haley. The Washington Post, opinion, why this could be a dangerous year for the Iowa caucuses. U.S. says Houthis targeted naval destroyer with anti-ship cruise missile, Yemen news. The Independent, Yemen, UK had no choice but to strike Houthis, Foreign Secretary says, BBC News. BBC News, UK will back words with actions against Houthis in Yemen, Cameron. BBC, Cameron's plan to tackle Houthis is little more than a costly illusion, Mark Armand. The Independent, the UK is walking straight into Iran's trap. Iceland volcano, lava inside Grindavik after new fissure opens in worst-case scenario. Sky News, Iceland volcano erupts near village, BBC News. BBC News, British couple left alarmed by Iceland volcano on their travels. Manchester Evening News, sky glows orange across Iceland's Reykjavik as volcano erupts in distance. The Independent, Iceland volcano, emergency declared as lava sets town on fire, BBC News. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.